Hello and welcome again, and good morning, to How to Become a Genius and Beyond. Did you do the task that I asked you the last time in my last video to look up the word insight? I'm sure some of you didn't. And it is important to understand this word, so I'll give you the definition off of Wikipedia. Off Wikipedia, it says, the act or result of understanding the inner nature of things and seeing intuitively. Okay? And here are the parameters that I was talking about before. The power of acute observation and deduction, penetration, discernment, perception. They're the four aspects, or several aspects of insight. I suggest that you look up the word insight and also look up these base words that I just given you here, because they will help you profoundly in your journey into being a genius and beyond. Now understand, everybody has the ability to be a genius. But now I want to get back on to the next part of our journey. Okay, the next part of our journey has to do with what I taught you to begin with. Listening and following music. Now, I'm going to show you how that can apply to real life. Every day, when you walk outside, you hear things constantly. Life is a symphony of noises all around you, if you can hear, and we also feel the vibrations if you can't hear. So there's a symphony of noises and vibrations all around us, just like music is. Now, today, I want you to continue on the task of listening to music and, hearing it in your mind and replaying it. But today, the new task is this. When you go outside or wherever you are, I want you to listen to each individual noise around you. We do this all the time, unconsciously. But I want you to consciously listen to all of the surrounding sounds around you. And you'll notice, if you listen, you'll start to notice a pattern, just like there is in music. Because all noise is orchestrated, sounds. It's all that is. And just like music is orchestrated sounds as well. So today, when you go out or wherever you are, see, these tasks don't involve sitting down in paperwork and game playing and stuff like that. You can do this in your daily walk. You can do this on your daily job. It won't interfere. Just take a minute on your break or something and just listen to your surroundings. Or even while you're working, you can do this. Just don't let it interfere through work. When you do, you listen to all these individual sounds, and you listen to it as if it was music. Music has a pattern sometimes, or sometimes sporadic, or sudden changes, or rest in between sounds, and that's the way life is in general. If you hear cars, you'll hear a long roaring sound, or you'll hear a tinging sound, or you'll hear little patterns and noises. What I want you to do, like I said, is listen to these noises. Take in these noises and then listen to it intuitively in your mind, and record it as it's going on. And what you're doing is you're listening. You're playing these sounds in your mind as they're happening around you. Now, the reason for this is more of a real-to-life situation, and you'll find out you'll eventually have a eureka moment. Okay, a eureka moment is oh my gosh, this has something to it. Well, that eventually will happen, because everything in life is associated to one another in some form or another. Okay, the mind, that's how the mind works. It associates things, and it draws things together and builds them and bonds them, and that's how you create connections in your mind, because one thought will relate to another thought, and they'll interconnect and they're twined. Okay, and that's the whole purpose of what I'm trying to teach you. First, right now I'm just teaching you some of the basics. Because audio, for me, it seems to be easier to use that as a format to more complex thought. Because you can follow music more easily than you can follow patterns in your visual cortex, as opposed to your audio. So, I'm trying not to get into in depth. I'm trying to give you a little bit of time, but I want to explain what I'm doing too, so you understand that it has some, has some quality to it that's beneficial for you to learn. So like I say today, follow the sounds around you in your mind and listen to them. And think of them as orchestrated sounds, just like music is orchestrated. And you'll notice you'll start to see patterns in sounds around you. And you got to listen to it as if it were music, because music is a joy to listen to. And the things that you learn in life and that you're exposed to around you, you should learn to enjoy them as well, because you can associate them, just like you associate music with joy, you can associate the things that you do in life with joy and the things that you hear around you, instead of allowing them to be stressful. Say you have a job that you work at and you hear banging, clanging noises all day long and it irritates you. Okay, now what you can do is listen to those noises as if it were music, because it is music in a sense. It's orchestrated sound. So you develop a pattern in your mind and you follow it, and follow it with the same joy that you would follow music. And you'll find that stress will slowly be alleviated over time. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, some of us have had stress for years. So this is also a stress reliever. So this is a task that I have for you today, that like I've said, to listen to the sounds around you. And don't force it to listen to it. We listen to it subconsciously all the time. We listen to everything around us. We just don't realize it. But now I want you to realize what's around you. I want you to actually sensationalize the sounds around you, because they do affect you and they do impact your life, but we want to do it in a positive way. So what we're going to do today is listen to these sounds, orchestrate them in your mind just as if it were music, and listen to the sounds in your mind and replay them and relieve the stress of the day. Okay, this is the second episode. I'm spoon feeding you this information a little bit at a time, and like I said, soon you will have a eureka moment where you'll see where all this comes into play and how things fall in together and associate and become a whole. Okay, now this is a second task, a very simple task. I'm not going to give you anything that's really complex, because complexity is not for a great mind. A great mind puts things together in such an organized manner that it's not complex, it's just flowing. Just like music, the tempo of music, you can follow it easily. Complexities are not supposed to be, see, that's why they call them a complex, because they're hard to understand. But what you're doing, you're taking things that seem complex and you're breaking them down into a specific pattern or waveform in your mind that is easy to discern and understand. Instead of making things difficult, the whole idea is to make things easier. In life, all these intellectuals out there try to make things so complicated and so sparse for the layman to understand. I'm going to teach you how to use your mind in such a way that complexities will no longer be complexities, but joyful innuendos into understanding. This is my desire for you to have a great and wondrous mind and go beyond just being genius, to find that peace and that completeness in your life. So today I love you and peace out. My time is short on this video. Follow the next task as of today and look up the word insight and the parameters that I have told you about it. Peace out and do well. See you in my next episode. That will be episode 3. Peace out.